Hello, everybody. This is Gökay from Gateway Institutional Services, and our team manages wide range of institutional clients, including hedge funds and institutional traders, high net worth individuals, and family offices. Of course, we value each of every single of our clients, so we work closely with them to provide customized solutions for each of their needs. We also have recently established a $100 million liquidity support fund to provide additional support of the crypto ecosystem. There are lots of things that I can go about it right now, but in the interest of time, please contact with key account manager and get more detailed information from them. So let's get back to our topic right now. So welcome to our stream with Digital Wave Finance. Everybody knows them as a DWF Labs. Today we have special guest. He is Andrei Grachev. He is the managing partner of DWF Labs. Thank you for joining our stream. Nice to see you. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Enjoying the crypto winter.
Yeah, definitely. It's Christmas time is coming slowly. I hope you
Yeah.
will see great results. So now I would like to give a short introduction what's going to happen in this AMA session, and we can find out more. Okay, this is going to be format that our session. It's going to be questions and answers. I'm going to ask Andrei different questions about DVF, and Andrei by answering them and give us a better vision of what is all DVF about it. So shall we start, Andrei?
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Definitely. So can you tell a little bit about yourself and who is Andrei and what is his background?
Yeah. For sure. My name is Andrei. I'm Andrei Grachev. I'm in financial markets since 2014, and I started as a trader on MOEX, and we were trading stocks and also on as exchange. We traded crude oil derivatives, etc. And then in 2016, I moved to crypto space. I started as a miner. I had a very small mining farm, like 8 mining machines, and I did mining for Ethereum when it costed like 5 USD per one ETH. But in 2017, if you remember, it was like the first skyrocketing of the crypto space, and it was skyrocketing up from $5 to 200, 350 USD for one ETH, and it was a boom, right? And we started the first like friends and family fund. It was not a big one, just a small one for like a few million USD. We did investments in ICOs, and also we did some arbitrage trading, and just very simple one, right? And then in 2018, um, life goes on, and I was admitted like the CEO of Hobby in Russia and South and CIS, and it was the summer of 2018. And then we started in this autumn of that year. And a few months ago, we also started cooperation with Digital Wave Finance, right? Because the DWF wanted to start trading, and I had the chance to support it with this like proper conditions, right? And then we become friends, and things goes on, and we started working together, right? And a few years ago, we grew up from like a small firm, like a startup, to the current size, right? When we trade like billions a day, now it is kind of a bit less. No, of course billions, but not too many than it was like half a year ago because of the market, right? But it's still going well, and we also do this VC and another market activities, but we can discuss it later today. Yeah, it's kind of long story short.
Well, that's great. And I am happy to find out that you're coming like from the inside of crypto. That's why it shows like why DVF can be like really successful because you're coming from the dead times. This is really good.
Yeah. Thank you. Not only me, but the whole team is very successful, right? If in terms of DWF finance, right? The guys are veterans of quant trading and IT development, right? They started on traditional markets like tens of years
Did
before
they?
me.
That's I'm going to also ask about the DVF team. This is also like I would you like to know more. So let's move to our next question. So how did digital wave finance come to life, and how is the position in the market right now?
Look, it was started in December 2018, right? It was a few guys who founded it, and it was started like a small like startup of high frequency trading on crypto market, right? But as I mentioned, right, the guys were and are very professional, and because of the like good market conditions and some good things like good conditions on exchanges and right time, uh, all of needed things were at the one place, and DWF just skyrocketed in 2018, right? And started on one exchange with 10 million USD trading volume, if I remember correctly. In around half a year, it was already three exchanges. In 1 year, we started our expansion to another regions like South Korea, like Japan, and US exchanges. And in 2 years after, in 2020, we made our first record of trading volume, right? It was like around 17 billion of traded volume for 1 day, and then it was going well. And last year, we started venture investments. We did the first investment in one of biggest DAO on this market, and big DAO. And after that, we were looking at VC side and another like investment oriented things. And the current position
Mhm.
is that we trade about like 40 exchanges, including decentralized markets. We trade all of products, spot, options, futures, of course, perpetuals, and of course on gate as well. You know this, right?
Yeah.
And also do like investments, market making, liquidity provision, everything, right? And with like a market share, I would say about 7 to 8% of the whole market in terms of traded volume. Yeah, kind of like this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. And it's really important, like because in the first time when you are in the DAO, I think everything's go well, and right now you are in the current position. This is amazing.
Uh,
And let's move to our third questions. And I would like to ask this question for our like viewers. So most of our viewers and followers are naturally like regular Joes, like retail investors, traders. So I was wondering if you wouldn't mind giving us some brief explanation in the simple terms of what is market making and what does a market making company do?
yeah, in very simple terms, very simple terms, right? Market makers, they create markets. What does it mean? If you go to an exchange, you have this order book, right? A part of these orders in the order book for buy and sell, they are placed by like organic traders and investors, right? But market
Yeah.
makers, they put more orders next to the spread, and their work is to provide like a fair price and liquidity for traders and institutional traders, right? Because without a market maker, I would say the spread will be much higher, much bigger than with. Plus, trading activities would affect price much more than with the market maker, right? Let's say market makers, they create market depth, and they create like fair price discovery, because they cover this gap between this gap of the interest, right? Of
Mhm.
institutional of investors and retail traders. Let's say I want to buy something for one USD, you want to buy for two USD, and it means that our fair price it's kind of 1.5 USD, right? And the market maker should allow us to trade near to this fair price. Otherwise, this volatility will be insanely huge. Yeah, it's market making responsibility is to make this volatility a little bit more, I would say, organic. I don't know which word is better.
That's okay. That's okay. And like how I understand, actually, like more the simple way, if you want to say, we need the market makers to have like more stable, better for market, because they are giving orders to order book, so they make everything easy for retail users. So when you want to buy or sell, there's a market makers behind this project, behind these exchanges. So they are providing these orders to keep everything work well, as I understand.
Yeah, correct. And look, very simple example, right? If someone will go
Yeah.
to the top 3 5,000 of coin market cap and has a look at very weak coin, he would see that the chart is kind of dirty, right? This price volatility and movements insane and spread is insane, right? It like an explanation, an example how the market looks like without market makers. And then if you take a look at, let's say, top 100, it is like a healthy market. You see that the price chart is healthy. It moves, of course,
Yeah.
volatile. Of course, there are also price goes up, price goes down, but you will see a difference. It's easier to have a look once than heard like 100 times. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. So we would like to say to DWF from here and all the market makers out there, thanks for keeping the market stable, and thanks for giving the order book good orders so spread is not getting open too much. So we can move to our next questions, I think.
Yeah.
And for now, more for our like more experienced viewers or listeners, I would like to know frameworks of risk management in trading and market making. Would you like to give like more professional examples?
Look,
The risk.
yeah, let's try, but I would also keep it. It's not like a lesson, right? Let's make it also simple for understand. But let's start with something like market neutral for the position, right? Let's say if you want to trade some assets which are volatile, right? Or do arbitrage between exchanges, right? Let's say BTC, USDT on one exchange and another one exchange, right? If you do this, of course, you can make like kind of money because of the spread, right, between exchanges, right, because of the price difference between exchanges. But the risk is that while you are doing this, one of your assets, let's say BTC, can go down, right? And of course, you can make more
Yeah.
BTC, but if you want to have like your position hedged and your PNL is kind of predictable, because yeah, we need USD or we need some stable coins to operate and to do our business, right? You probably need to have this position hedged. Let's say you started with 1,000 or 10,000 USD, right? And then you can hedge your BTC. Let's say you have one BTC, you can open like a short position on Gate future market, right? And sell this one BTC, right? And this situation, you have this BTC, but it will be not volatile for your inventory, right? Because if it goes up, your hedge position will go down, right? And it will be zero in sum. But if BTC goes down, your hedge position will go up, and you will have also no losses, right? Of course, you should you should keep in mind that there could be like some interest rates and center, but it is like a bit more experienced discussion, right? But in simple words, one of these risk management tactics, it is like direct hedging, and you can hedge your volatile position just to sell the same asset on future market in the equal amount. Yep, kind of like this.
Okay. That's a great information, and we see like many examples before. And if right now through this example it can save some lives, as I understand.
Yes, especially if people are trading it actively, right? And when market is um, kind of teeny, like right now, right? Let's say if someone would start something with I don't know, ETH or BTC arbitrage like on Friday without any hedging, of course he would make a lot of BTC. But if he would have some obligations in USD, it would be a nightmare, right? Because the market just dumped.
Yeah.
And but for these
It's kind
situations,
of
you should be stable, right, for long run.
Yeah, it's kind of a backup plan, and I think everybody need to learn about this more. And the next thing I would like to discuss with you and ask you. So, okay, and here's a $1 million question I would like to ask. How has DWF experience been so far with KTO? Could you give us a little bit information with that?
Look, we started on Gate more than one and a half a year ago, right? We started
Yeah.
just on spot market first, and then we moved to future market, and now, as far as I know, we also our like partners of DWF Darley Technologies. They are developing this option market for Gate, and so we find trading on Gate very attractive for us because look, we can trade, we can make money, right? It means that there are a lot of organic users, and there is no wash trading, right? And because our market share it's not so high, right? Like 50% or 60%, it means that there are a lot and other market makers, which makes this gate market, from my point of view, very healthy. Right? Because we are not the only market maker. It means that there's competition, and competition means the better price for retail users.
Yeah, definitely. And what about what I liked about the gate, like we giving the same capability, same opportunity to everyone. Our speeds or rate limits, it's not customized. So we are trying to create a better market for everyone. I think this is also important fact in this case.
Yeah. It's good, and yeah, I would say yes. Even even us, when we have this like big market share, we are not able to get like anything special like a backdoor or stuff like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for this answer. And what do you think about like how is the recent macro environment for crypto? Do you provide like any real data or analysis like coming from DVF? Like maybe our listeners would you like to know, or can we just check if we can find this any information?
Yeah, look, I guess that raw data would be very complicated, right? Because it is just numbers, right? But yeah, I have a few points that are based on data, right? And the first of them, this is regarding the market itself, right? If you take a look and if you compare this market to the market like 2 months ago, I would say it would be two different markets. What is the difference? The difference is that for now, like small traders and retail users, they usually almost don't trade like altcoins. Of course, there are some trading activities, but not like before. Uh, and I would say the most part of volume, of course, it was produced by market makers and FX traders, and in the past as well. But now the market share is much bigger than it was before. And now I would say the competition is between these hedge funds and FX traders, right? Regarding retails, you will see that when Bitcoin is going up, altcoins they kind of don't move, right? I mean, altcoins behind this top 500, right? And even top 300 of coin market cap ranking. But when Bitcoin goes down, altcoins, they just crashed. And if a half a year ago it was like Bitcoin down, altcoins down, Bitcoin up, altcoins up. But now it is look like this: Bitcoin down, altcoins down, Bitcoin up, altcoins don't move, right? This is how the market situation is changed. And in terms of trading volume, right, now I would say we have the lowest trading volume of the market since 2019, or maybe less. If you remember, this was a crypto winter in December and January 2019, right? January, February 2019, when BTC costed like around 3K USD. And now it looks like this. Today, the whole market is 23 billions, right? But just a half a year ago, it could be easily one day on one of the top exchanges when it had 23 billions just itself.
So we can actually say like a kind of correction is happening right now in the market.
Yeah, we can say.
All right. Okay, so thanks for this great information. And so we are like almost ended our like main section about DWF Labs. So before like we wrap things up, I would like to ask, what's your expectation from 2023?
It's a good question. The first, I would say that I'm sure that we will see several big crashes like we saw before, right? It is not the end, and FTX is not the end, and we will see like where that the big companies will gone for sure, and it will happen, right? And some people will be affected. And second thing, I'm sure that this year will be the year of real value of crypto assets. Let's say if you take a look at the previous listings, like half a year ago, when something completely useless went to the exchange to have like IEO or IDO, it was kind of successful for a few weeks, right? The price was pumped and cetera, right? But now, if you see that like almost any project which goes to an exchange and trying to do something, it is dumped immediately because just people lost kind of trust, right? And I guess it is also consolidation, but not consolidation of some particular assets, right? But consolidations around some assets. We will have exchanges and platforms with bigger market share than it was before, and we will have assets like top assets, and their market share will be much bigger than it was before because people just afraid of it, right? And the third trend, it was a trend, but now it is trend. It is your coins, your when people want to have decentralized wallet, right? People are afraid of custodians, and it can be a following trend that big exchanges will implement some decentralized in their workflow, like something like let's say order book based trading and on-chain settlements, something like this. It could be also a trend.
Yeah,
what I believe.
Lots of things are changing right now in the crypto ecosystem because people like lost trust and too many bad things is happening. Of course, this will bring to new market, and we will be like more careful and more stronger if we want to build it again. And this is actually a good thing. But right now it seems bad. But I also like personally see like lots of clients and the big firms are coming back, and they are more cautious.
Yeah.
But people learn like how to deal with these problems, and everybody will be more careful, more smart. So this is a good thing actually. But of course, we prevent the bad things that happen because this is like people investments, and it's really important. So we trying also like the GateO to keep this environment safe. We also working with big custodians like Copper, and we will build more safe market for everybody, definitely.
Yeah, great. It's great. Yeah, I know that also Gate.io offers some additional funds and insurance for its customers, right? As you mentioned before. Yeah,
Definitely. Right now, GateO have like $100 million support funds. So if anybody is affected, and we are able to support the crypto ecosystem because we believe blockchain technology and the crypto will be bigger than the picture, and we need market makers, we need the institutional hedge funds. We know in the future it will grow and it will be safe, so we are here to also help and support everybody outside as an institutional clients. They can directly contact with us.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, that's great.
And I see, because I was checking also your web page, and you really have a great web page. And I would like to ask the next question. It might be interesting for the people who are listening right now. Are you considering to start the internship programs?
Yes. We started this internship program, and we are looking for people who are passionate to be in the crypto space and financial space. And the reason behind it is that we strongly believe, and our philosophy is to have our management team and to have our managers from grow from scratch in the company, right? They can start interns, and then learn about our business, about the market, about our approaches, because frankly we do kind of unique things compared with the markets. And then we also, while they are doing this, we all together we are building trust among each other, right? And because trust is the most important part of the team building and leadership. And now we're looking for the interns who can manage our investment and market making portfolio, and who can be business development interns to help us to grow on the new emerging markets. Yep.
Okay. And what the qualities should potential candidates have? Can you give us a little information?
Of course. As I said, the trust is the first, right? Because it's find profession. It's much easier to find just qualified people, but it is very hard to find the right people in terms of our philosophy and values, right? That's why we are looking first for people who have excellent communication and negotiation skills, who are detail oriented, and who are strong problem solving nature, right? And who can work independently, and who can take these responsibilities for everything, right? This is the main part. But of course, in terms of skills, it is very important, of course, to have kind of basic understanding of crypto market and of financial market, and this depends on the role, right? If this role is about business development, it is very important to have this kind of passion to have deals, right? And knowledge how to develop a relationship with people. And if it is about the portfolio, of course, also this charisma is very important. But it is mostly about details, right? Because we need to understand clearly what our counterparties they are looking for, and center. Yep, kind of like this. But you can find more, and people can find more on our website. I don't read it because it could be boring.
Yeah, definitely. So maybe go check it out, their web page, and look what's writing the more information, and you can get the chance to become a profession. Okay, so we heard about the DWF Labs story, and we heard about the team. So it's the time to hear about the community. So which social channels do you have, and how can someone reach out to connect with you?
Yeah, we have almost all possible communication channels, and thanks to our PR and social media team, Stefan and Lynn. Thank you, guys. We have Twitter, LinkedIn, Telegram, and the website. But I guess it would be much easier if you can, I don't know, send a message in this AMA session. I don't know, because I have no idea how can I speak this LinkedIn page address. It is complicated.
Okay, I think like maybe like we have like GATEO, the main page. Maybe we can ping the DWF details, and we can show to our users our listeners in this way.
Yeah.
And lastly, like, do you have any advice for pro traders like looking to get into crypto trading and market making? What it will be the important facts you can talk about right now?
Yeah, look, if we are talking about advice, it means that this advice should be not for existing professional market makers on the crypto space, but for new ones. And long story short, the advice is very simple, right? You need to pay attention to quality of your data and the size of your data, right? Trading fee, and of course prediction models. And it's very important to work on latency improvements, right? Because in the end of the day, it is competition of latency, competition of fees, and competition of prediction, right? And yeah, in the end of the day, the most accurate and fastest will be the leader. Because this trading, it is like zero. This is the game with this like zero sum, right? There are winners and losers, nothing else. It is very simple, but it's very fair. If you do the good job, you are winner. If you do the bad job, you're loser. It's very easy.
The best way to not lose more than what you win. I think it's
exactly exactly right. And don't play with money that you are not ready to lose.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. And finally, like, if there is a one thing would you like to our listener take away from today's AMA session, what it will be?
Yeah, the first of all, listen for any advices, right? Please do your own research, and it's very easy to say, but it's very hard to perform, right? But when this FUD, right, FUD is strong like now, but you can see that price it is not stable, but it's not dumped like before. It is kind of maybe a good time to join, right? But when FOMO is everywhere and where everyone is happy, and when the price is skyrocketing, but the skyrocketing is stopped, it's better to think that maybe this is the start of correction and you should better to go out of the position, right? Because people who bought this Bitcoin for 69K, I'm sure that they believed that Bitcoin will be 100K, right? But I'm also sure that most of them sold this Bitcoin when it was like 30 because they was disappointed, right? But it was the biggest mistake, right? But it is easy to say, but it is hard to perform. Do your own research and less emotions. This is the advice.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So everybody need to like in the end of the day, it's your decision and it's your asset. So first of all, you need to make your own research, and after do trading safe. This will be the best advice I think we can give it.
Yeah.
So would you like to hear also like what is the story behind like DWF Labs? Like we call it DWF in the short term, but it's like I know it's a digital wave finance. So what is the story behind it?
The story behind the name is look, digital wave finance, right? We are in digital market because crypto is digital, right? But it is also like financial market, right? And because of this fact, it is finance. And volatility, because we are traders, right? And trading is based on volatility. It needs volatility like food, right? Volatility is kind of looks like waves, right? And we are like a surfer of these waves, right? And that's why it is digital wave finance.
Wow, actually, that's a great, yeah, from the volatility. Oh my God, that's really cool. And what is the ahead for DWF ecosystem? What do you see in the future?
We have. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, we have like a few parts, few plans for the following year, and the part of them is oriented on institutional business, right? And it is hard to explain right now what we are doing on it, but we will announce it. But in general, our vision is that we will increase, and we are increasing right now our efforts in terms of support of layer 1 and layer 2 protocols, their ecosystems. We are also aiming to invest much more than before in DeFi protocols and DeFi space itself, and especially on retail oriented products, because for now it is the best time for this. Valuations are low, but even if they will be higher, it is a good time, because crypto, I would say it is just beginning. Yeah, it is just beginning. And this is our vision, to support more and more of layer 1, DeFi, and ecosystem.
I think we had great information, and there's lots of things to learn also from the DWF. And I think everybody need to go to check the DWF website, and please follow them from the LinkedIn and from various channels. And I would like to say, maybe we come slowly to ending our MEA session, and it was the first session. And I would like to say, Andrei, thank you so much for your time. And we had some few bad situation that we need to connect in again. And I would like to say thank you so much also as a personal and also the whole DWF team. Thank you so much for joining this aim.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a good experience. Yeah, and thank you everyone for joining. Thank you.
And I hope our audience was I just know now better more about DWF, and it's really good for me to just have information about to be more interested in DWF as well. And thank you, Andrei, once more again. And now we're gonna end our stream, and just get in touch with DWF and go their website. And I think that's the end. Please let us know in the comments, and let me know also like who you want to see for our next sessions, and who want to see their informations together. And this is Gökay from Gateway Institutional Services. If you are interested to be part of Gateway ecosystem, please do not hesitate to contact with us. And happy to be Gateway to Crypto. Have a great day and all the best. So if there is someone, something you would like to say, Andrei, you can say it right now.
Yeah, I also wish you guys all the best. And yeah, this market and this world have a lot of opportunities, right? And to take them, just keep your mind clean, right? From emotions, and base your decision on logic, and everything will be good.
Thank you so much, Andrei. So thank you.